Your name again. I'm terrible with names. I apologize.
I think it's been 2 hours.
I know, it's been a long way.
Welcome. I'm Bray Yaris, and I live here in Carmel Hamlet. I think I wanted to speak on this. This is one of the main reasons I came out here tonight, because we've heard from the county level legislators, and I appreciate all of those comments. We've heard from the towns. I like to give the perspective of just a private taxpayer, if I can. I live in Carmel Hamlet. As I mentioned, Carmel Hamlet, as you all know, is part of the town of Carmel. A lot of conversation over here about the discrepancy in services and funds depending on what town you're in. That actually exists right here in the town of Carmel, and I hope Legislator Crowley will back me up on this. In the town of Carmel, MAYAPAC gets the significant lion's share of funding, services, even just innovative ideas from its town board. To the point where if you drive down Route 6 and it becomes Route 52, and you get to right about here, you notice there's a massive difference between MAYAPAC and Carmel Hamlet. What we're talking about here in the ability to share the sales tax, and I appreciate Chairman Yockey's conversation about the school tax being such a huge burden. Again, Carmel Hamlet. If you haven't heard about what happened in the Central School District, and believe me, I was at a lot of those meetings as well. I think these two things shouldn't be mutually exclusive. I think that's a massive issue that needs addressing. But here, what we're talking about, and the commissioner has given a lot of opportunity and conversation about where givebacks have been to the taxpayer. The issue, and I think the town supervisor would agree with me, is that taxpayers don't provide infrastructure. We don't get to do anything about the massive amount of vacant properties and dilapidated buildings that exist here in Carmel Hamlet. I'm not able to do that. I'm a behavior analyst. I work with special needs in the special needs community. I'm not building buildings here. This seems to be the only revenue source that would be a direct give back into that. Now, what I would say is I can't speak to the town supervisor of Southeast, but I've heard these two. I've had the opportunity to speak with Mike Kazari, our town supervisor, enough times to know infrastructure, and you've heard that now twice, 3 times, that is the core issue here. And it's unfortunate that our district legislator isn't here today, because he is the one person across the town of Carmel and the county that actually represents Carmel Hamlet. He is the only voice that we have, and his isn't here tonight, so I have that opportunity to say, Carmel Hamlet needs that infrastructure. I would even encourage the legislature to earmark these funds, and I hope you do give them back, that the town has to share those with not just MAYAPAC, but with Carmel Hamlet and the other towns and villages that need them. Infrastructure is a massive problem. It looks great in MAYAPAC. This town is falling apart. It's the #1 issue for the taxpayers that live in Carmel Hamlet. We're not getting the support from the town. We just aren't. This is our last resource. And it would give the opportunity, now knowing, if the residents here knew that the county was giving back that sales tax revenue to the town of Carmel, it would give our residents an opportunity to go to the town board and put even more pressure on them to share their revenue back with Carmel Hamlet. But you're our only hope. You're our last hope. And I just wanted to put that out there. We can't build infrastructure as a taxpayer. We need the towns and villages to do that for us, and it's lacking severely. Just take a drive, 2 blocks. You've already been here till 10:30. Stay till 11. Just drive down into Kent. Go take a dip in Lake Carmel. Lake Carmel is owned by the town of Kent. More revenue that if you live here, you know you're not dipping a toe in there because it's coming out the color of the Seattle Seahawks. Okay, it's just a reality. They're neon green.
I know, I look confused.
So I would just say that there is real issues that the towns are not able to either get to or they're neglecting because they lack the resources, and here's a prime opportunity to provide them with that. So thank you very much, and I appreciate you.
Thank you. Anyone else?